Brought to you by McRae Motors. My name is Tamara Matthews and I'd like to begin today by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we broadcast from today and pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging, and extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Today we are broadcasting from the Albury Sports Ground with cross-town rivals Albury and Lavington set to battle it out. Joining me in commentary today is Lavington stalwart and all-round legend Maddie Hines. She is just finishing off her game in C grade and then she will be joining us. Well, it is only round 3, but already it is becoming evident that this year is going to be one of the tightest competitions we have seen for a long time. Results have been hard to pick, with lots of teams sending some pretty strong messages that they're here to compete in 2024. And in particular, we've got Corolla back in the competition. They are sitting undefeated, and Wodonga last week had a wonderful win over Myrtleford. So a couple of teams we haven't seen in the top 5 for a little while, and they're certainly sending some messages, which is great. So while we wait for Maddie, before we go on to today, we'll just go over the results from last week. Round 2, North Albury 39, lost to the Magpies 41 in a close one. So North jumping out to a 4-goal lead at quarter time, but Wayne bouncing back to win the second half. Amanda Yamansky doing the damage for the Wayne Magpies with 31 goals, whilst it was the defenders in Hannah Grady from Wayne and Grace Hay from North who were best for their clubs. Wayne Rovers 34 went down to Corolla 55. Corolla took an 11-goal lead into quarter time and just continued to extend it. So again, sending a strong message they're here to play. Kyle Rollers made her debut for the Rovers with 7 goals. Another young player coming through their ranks, which is exciting. While for Corolla, it was a Sophie Hanahan show with 47 goals. She had to move into goal shooting position after Lisa French hurt herself early and obviously missed no beats there. They also had some debutants in Tori Sampson and Chloe Gilchrist. So again, great to see some new players coming through. Wodonga 45 had their first win in a long time over Myrtleford 41. They were on a mission from the first quarter, jumping to a 15-8 lead, and they extended it in the second. Second half was pretty well even, with Myrtleford trying to come back, but the young Wodonga team just holding them off. Lily McKinney was the hero with 29 goals for Wodonga, while Alicia Coyle was really dominant in that wing defence position. For Myrtleford, Daisy O'Kane put up 32 goals, starting to make her mark on the competition, and Maddie Martin, her co-debutant with Myrtleford, also made her impact on the game in the defensive and mid-court positions. In devastating news for Wodonga, we did see Maggie Bromley go down with an Achilles injury, so we wish her well in her recovery. It's never nice to see injuries like that occur. Other games, Lavington 27 went down to Yarrawonga, so after a tight first quarter, Yarra started to really find their groove and extended their lead each quarter. Erin Harbright put up 22 goals for Lavington and was well supported by Kate Mastronardi, while for Yarrawonga it was young Kalisha Pell alongside the experienced Bridgie Cassar who shared the goals, and Kylie Leslie traditionally in defence doing some damage down there. And in the final game for the round, Albury 32 went down to Raiders 42. Albury took it up to Raiders to lead at quarter time, but Raiders started to find their groove in the second and continued to then extend for the rest of the games. Katie Rawlings was back to her devastating best for the Tigers, while Rochelle Hill found the post for 19 goals. So back into goals and A-grade for Rochelle Hill and starting to find some form. For the Raiders, it was Shayla House who took the court following the injury to Taylor Donnellan, and Em Stewart who were the best for them. Albury was a serious knee injury to Sky Hill too for a speedy recovery. She hasn't ruptured the ACL, but there's some other fairly extensive damage this competition. So the Corolla sitting on top, the Raiders and the Magpies. So they are all yet to drop again. Corolla with the biggest percentage there. North Albury make up the top 5 with just the sitting equal with them in 6 is Wodonga with a win and a loss. So we've got Myrtleford, Rovers, Albury and Lavy. One of those teams today is going to get the win. And welcome, Maddie Hines, just straight off the court, straight into it.
Yeah, wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
How did you go, Mads?
Yeah, we had a loss today. Albury outplayed us and outsmarted us today, but that's okay. It happens. We learn from it, and we'll only get better, which is exciting.
And is it hot out there? It's certainly warmer than I was expecting.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
No jumpers in sight. It's a lot hotter than I would think for a winter sport.
Yeah. Look, probably lucky that there's a little bit of shade here at Albury, so these A grade girls might get a little bit of a reprieve, and likewise the B grade. Mads, I've just been through the last week's results and the ladder. A couple of things I want to just chat briefly about before we go into the team cards from today. A huge milestone over at Yarrawonga today, or for Yarrawonga, Kylie Leslie playing her 250th A-grade game for them, 319 club games, 8 A-grade grand finals, and has won 6. She has played in 2 B-grade grand finals and won one of those. She has 5 A-grade best and fairest, 2 runners-up, a B-grade best and fairest. She is an Ovens and Murray rep player, an MVP winner 1 year for the Ovens and Murray, and she's done all this, married, 3 children, and 2 knee reconstructions amongst all of that. She is an absolute superstar.
Amazing. Definitely breathes Yarrawonga, but is a great person to have in your club. So
yeah,
it's very exciting for her.
She is, and look, she's a great person off the court as well. You can always have a laugh with Kylie. Sometimes it's a little bit at her expense, but she's a great sport and she takes it on the chin. Righty, the other thing I want to touch on is we've got Mia Lavis and Eliza Mooney competing this week for Victoria at the National Champs in the 19 and under division. They have finished second after the rounds and will play a semi-final today, this afternoon, I think about 5:45. So the winner of that game will play off for the gold. So we wish Mia and Eliza all the best. I think Mia's sitting at about 82% shooting average so far, and I think the 5th highest goal scorer over the carnival.
Very
so
exciting.
She's having a cracker. Absolutely. All right, so today's game, we've got Albury and Lavington. As we said, both teams yet to post a win. New look sides for both teams as well. So it's going to it's going to be a cracking game. I think these two usually have really good contests as well. So for Albury, coach Sky Hillier, as we said, they'll be missing her today, which is devastating for them. And goal shooter Rochelle Hill back into A grade and shooting. Goal attack is Ollie Brunner, a young junior who's come up. Heidi Fisher in the wing attack position. Gabe McRae will start centre. Justine Willis wing defence. Katie Rawlings in goal defence. Sarah Jones goalkeeper, with Neve Thorne and Lily Howe on the bench. While for Lavington, Linda Charlton is the coach there. We saw these guys 2 weeks ago. Erin Harbright starting in goal shooter, Monica Domovsky goal attack, Maddie Lloyd wing attack, and Demamuel in centre. Tamia Richardson in wing defence, goal defence Taylor Ferbra, goalkeeper Kate Mastronardi, with Maddie Irvine, Liv Sanson and Jessie Lappin on the bench. They have Audrey Adams, who is unavailable today, I believe. She's probably on the Gold Coast supporting her sister who's swimming at National Swimming Champs, so I reckon that's where she might be.
A nice place to be.
It would be a very nice place to be, although it's a pretty spectacular day here today too, isn't it?
Lots of depth for both sides, actually, when you're looking at the bench and whoever's going to come on with those rolling subs. It's very exciting for both sides.
It is, and we've got quite a few youngsters too. So Tamia Richardson's into the Lavy side. She's come across from CDHBU and is only a first-year O&M player, but actually could still play under 17s as well. Obviously, Liv Sanson's and Jessie Lappin is another junior that's come through. What grade does she normally play?
Playing B grade this year, so has stepped up amazingly in that side and has got a great support in that circle because she's a defender in the circle there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And for Albury, fair bit of experience there, but we do see Ollie Brunner in that goal attack position. She was a junior at Albury before going out to Colcan and having a stint in the Hume League, where she was a representative player in their open side last year. She's come back to the Tigers. And Lily Howe, we saw how dominant and how much she improved last year. She's away at uni, but they've managed to rope her in to sit on the bench for them today, and why wouldn't you? She's probably home on uni holidays. And Alice Carroll looks like she's also on the pine for the Tigers. So some experience in both sides and some really exciting juniors coming through, so it should make for a really good hit out.
Yep, it's very exciting and a perfect day for it.
It is. Who do you think's going to win? Now it's going to be really hard.
I'd have to say Lavington. I think we've been working really hard, and everyone in the court just really wants that win, and they've been pining for it. So hopefully today is the day.
Yeah, and Erin's obviously starting to find her feet a bit after a few years away from A, so it's great to see her putting up some big numbers last week, and obviously they've got Liv Sanson home today too. So with those rolling subs, it just gives teams the opportunity to create some change when they need to, get some fresh legs out, and it just keeps it really exciting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the rolling subs is amazing. You can get everyone on the whole quarter, and it just changes it up. Matchups change, everything changes so quickly.
Yeah, how is it as a player?
Oh,
it's taking some adjusting.
I think when you're attacking, and I'm a GS, so people bring the ball down, and then it's another person bringing it down. I go, oh, all right.
Where did you come from?
Yeah, and it's so quick that I think I miss it. But it's very exciting. I think it makes the game a bit quicker and just a bit more exciting. So you never know what's going to happen.
I was talking to someone, another player at another club, and she was saying it can almost be a tactical move. She said, you think you're on one player and next thing you turn around you're on someone else. So you really have to be on your game all the time.
And I know Raiders in our first game, they did it fantastically. I'm not sure if they've had experience of doing it, but obviously having the pre-season game and practicing that was able to really help that and actually just make it so quick. So we've actually got Liv Sanson starting in GS here.
So swung a change.
Yep. So already a little bit different than the initial lineup. That looks like must be Lavington's. Maybe.
Yeah, so just waiting to see Ange Manuel. Good to see her back here. She's had a big couple of weeks chasing kids around with sport. I think she was Sydney last week swimming.
And again today.
Back to Griffith this week. Yeah, then Griffith for the cross country, and then back to Sydney for some more swimming. Supporting her youngest Emmy, who's an outstanding breaststroker. So Ange has managed to find some time for herself and get on the court today, which is great.
Just the hour though.
Yeah, it would just be the hour, that's right. And then she's probably been a kids' sport this morning.
Yeah.
So tips for today, you're going with Lavy, and absolutely why wouldn't you? I think this is probably going to be, I reckon there's going to be 2 goals in this today.
Yep. A nice close one, I think, too.
I think it will be. I'm going to lean towards Albury. Kate Rawlings is the X factor for me. And she's on her lookalike in Monica Domovsky. These two are just uncanny to look at, the way they look so similar. But I think she'll be really tough for these girls. But I expect it to be a really good matchup. Rochelle Hill gives Tigers some really great height down in that defence end too, but obviously Lavington have Taylor, so it'll be interesting to see whether Tay sits out in goal defence or whether at some stage during the game they swing her back for that height matchup. As we see the game about to get underway, it's a Lavington centre. Demanding to take the ball. And Lloyd hot off the line. Willis is going to have a work cut out for her today, running with Maddie Lloyd for 4. So you see Lloyd. Great drive to Demovsky at the top, but that's the strength of Yench, able to come in behind and get a tip to it. So
just a beautiful front cut by Katie Rawlings as well. Drives away and then pulls her defender away, or attacker really in that end.
Yeah, and that's the other challenge for the GA, isn't it? Not only is she on you as a defender, as we see Ollie Brunner take a shot for the Tigers, but her ability to turn defence into attack means that they are going to have their work cut out. As you see Brunner,
just skimmed the ring and straight in. It's always one of those things with shooting. So Gabe McRae with the centre pass.
First quarter action brought to you by Cavalier Homes.
And unfortunately it was a break by Albury Tigers, so Lavington ball.
So Lloyd looking for someone. Richardson on the line, but just not free. She's going to have to work a bit harder to get in front of a player there. Back for the reset to Ferber, DeManuel. She'll be patient. She waits for Sanson, and they're happy to play it around and wait for the right options. Demovsky comes out with a nice drive and then looks for the little one to Sanson, but they're not going to get away with too many of those today over Kate Rawlings, I don't think.
Yeah, she was right in front of Liv there, and a great shot. Beautiful
shot by Sanson. She puts the Panthers on the scoreboard. So it's 1-1 here on the 777 Automotive scoreboard. Demovsky, little one to Lloyd. And Rawlings caught out. She's going to have to adjust on that. She's not much good to her teammate out there as Panthers look to try and get in quick before she can find the circle. Sanson, some nice double plays, finds her way under the post. And falls out. And Sarah Jones, from where you face, back this year in A grade after having a baby last year. And Aubrey moving it quickly down the court. McRae to Brunner. And Rochelle Hill finding the space. And a nice ball in front of her. there, and they're going to have to do that because Kate Mastronardi, as Rochelle Hill puts another on the board for the Tigers, Kate Mastronardi is so strong on the body and really deceptive in terms of her elevation. So Rochelle's going to have to really create some space in front of her for the ball.
Oh, great feed in by Grade McRae. Just to Rochelle Hill, but unfortunately I think there was
offside or
offside was it?
Oh no,
yeah.
wasn't it? No, it must have been a step.
Yeah. Great pass by Taylor Ferber down to Maddie Lloyd.
Well, we just hold him up at the transverse line here a little bit at the moment. Lloyd having to do a lot of double plays before they find Emmanuel on circle edge, and she'll play it smartly to Jamovsky, but just outside her range. So
Justine Willis's defensive pressure on Maddie Lloyd there is fantastic.
Yeah, she's going to know she's alive at the end of this game, Jussie. As Sanson pops up another one for the Panthers. It's a 2-2 here. First quarter action, Emmanuel off to Lloyd at the centre. And you see there, Jussie didn't go with her, and I think that's smart. She's not going to be able to run out and then have the speed to come back on Maddie, let her get the high one and sit back and pick her up for that double play as McRae just gets her feet around and tips the ball, but it's off Albury, so Lloyd with the throw in. Jamovsky coming out high, probably hoping to draw Rollins out of the circle and set up a one-on-one for Sanson as she swings it. And a beautiful feed from Lloyd finds Jamovsky on the baseline.
Right under the ring, beautiful drive. And Liv was pulling it around the top of the circle, so was able to draw that defender.
Yeah. She does that sweep as we see Tigers just being held up. Rollins with the ball in the centre third to Fisher in wing attack. It's not as familiar a position for Heidi Fisher. She traditionally has played more wing defence, but she has been playing in that wing attack position. As we see McRae have to go back across the circle to Fisher. Shell Hill under post, but Mastronardi's footwork is just putting doubt into the minds of the feeders, and they're just not going to release that ball to Shell Hill. Finally do, and she draws the contact, but...
And you got Taylor Ferber ready to jump at any time, so I think it's a bit of a double whammy there.
Yeah, but, those arms will just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, but they did really well to get that ball in there. Well done to Albury. And a beautiful feed from Liv Sanson. Unfortunately, Jamovsky just dropped it on the line, so it's Albury's.
So our umpires today, Cindy Wardius, Michelle Wilson, two of the best that we have. Gabe McRae swings it across to Willis on the line. It's a bit of a dangerous play, but they're able to pull it in. She looks straight into Brunner, and Ferber coming in over the top of her. And I think if Tay just got a foot around that, she'd get to that ball because she's got a fair height advantage. Look for the little pass over to Hill, but
Mastronardi's arms.
Yeah, she's just...
unreal. Opposite side.
We felt she had a bit of an identity crisis round one when she swung into goals, but she was super impressive. So
no, she can play goals, which does get me because I'm very much this is your position. But she has done really well just to be able to swing whatever end because it's just really gives lots of depth.
Brunner taking the shot, but a contact on the ball. By Mastronardi, she'll get another go. It falls out, but Hill under it, able to swing it back into Fisher for a refeed, and she'll take the shot for the Tigers. And it bottles out, and they're not going to be able to afford to do that as Panthers now able to run away with it. Richardson with a beautiful drive through the midcourt. Great timing and release there by the Panthers. And they find Sanson in the circle under the post.
Oh, nearly a pass?
You put that down. If you're a shooter, that's got to be a pass. Unfortunately, didn't come off. So Albury on the counter-attack with Rollins. Fisher pleading for her to release the ball. And a quick 1-2. Ollie Brunner's there calling for it.
Oh, Mastronardi right in the front of Rochelle Hill was able to get that intercept there.
Brunner's going to have to stay really upright against Ferber here and create some space in front of her and look for the little one, because when Ferber is on her body, her arms are so long, she's going to be able to get around.
Jessie Willis and Gabe McRae are setting up a beautiful defence and get try and stop Lavington to get it into the attacking end. Yeah,
and the band's back together, Jussie and Gabe. They've played a lot together over the years.
Yep.
Bit of a break, and this year they've come back together. Willis obviously having a stint out at Yakandanda.
It's very exciting when you play with somebody that you've played with for a long time. It's just a second reflex. And Maddie Lloyd with that drive, unfortunately, just dropped it because Jussie Willis has just touched it. but it's still Lavington's ball.
Richardson to Demaniel to Lloyd, keeping it pretty short at the moment, and the hands of Brunner over Richardson gets the ball free. And the umpire has found a step. I think it would have had to have been, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Offside.
Oh, right, okay.
So Panthers with another opportunity. Ferbra finds Lloyd. She looks straight into Sanson. You can see their connection is so familiar. Demaniel, the penalty at the top of the circle. Demovsky calling for it. What's her range like, Kate? Maddie. I was watching Kate.
Yeah, Monica, no, she does have a lovely outside shot. Usually she does actually nail them. Unfortunately, that's okay. We don't get every shot in.
No, McRae. Great balance on the sideline there, and some more antics, and she's managed to draw a contact. So Rawlings with the ball. We've gone 8 minutes here on the NZ Albury time clock as Panthers and Taylor Ferbra mop up a loose ball, and it's a bit of a game of tennis here. It's only 3 goals apiece, so this is an indication probably of the tightness of this game. Neither team finding it easy to score, as we see Jones for the Tigers once again put a stop to that ball going in. Back to Jones. They'll get another opportunity. To Willis. She finds Fisher coming high. And Brunner's going to have to do a lot of work on Ferbra to try and keep her busy and draw her out to leave that one-on-one. Once Ferbra is back in that circle, it's going to make getting the ball to the shooter very, very difficult. Ball's down in the pocket. Having to swing it, the Tigers, over to McRae before Hill opens up, and she doesn't even look at the post.
Mastronati read that beautifully with the bounce pass from Rochelle Hill.
She never looked like she wanted to shoot that, but she shot that one, made no mistake there. Yep. So Albury moved to 4, leading the Panthers 3 on the 777 automotive scoreboard. It's a Tiger centre, so Brunner, back to Fisher, back to Brunner. And this is just where they're getting a little bit stuck. But able to find Brunner, draws the jump from Mastronati and pops it in.
Great confidence from Ollie Brunner as well. She's holding her own. She's looking like she's never not played here. So
yeah, and she's going to have to continue to do that and turn and look at that post and get the defender over the shot so that it opens a one-on-one. So Lloyd, little one to Demaniel. She looks across to Lloyd. She's just having to work it around, wait for the play to open up. Sanson does, swings it out, and a great drive along the base by Sanson. I thought that was going in, just popped out.
Lavington's ball just on the baseline.
So Demovsky.
Give
well done.
Out. She just got hands everywhere. She's quick, isn't she?
Yeah, had a smirk. I think she knew she could get away with that. But the ball pops out, so Tigers with another opportunity. Jones quickly getting rid of it, and a bit of a scrappy pass, but Rawlings onto it, and likewise another scrappy pass, but finds someone in the pocket before Shell Hill finds Brunner under the post. It wasn't pretty,
no, but it got there. Yeah, they did very well. It was very quick.
And you could see Albury are wanting to get it out and move it very quick out of defence.
Yep.
The way they played that is McRae in the pocket, finds Rochelle Hill, Brunner on the same side, no one to go to.
Demaniel was great defensive play on that line.
Gabe McRae was been off. Was she offside? I know it was.
Gabe McRae's a hard person to stop, so she's tried everything she can then. So Ferbra's out. Rochelle Hill just taking the shot nearly under the post.
And she sinks it. So we've got Tigers 7 leading the Panthers 3 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. Probably 4 minutes to go in this quarter, Maddie.
Oh, great Rawlings. Just jumped up when Monica Demovsky just passed it.
Demovsky presenting forward. She elects to go over the top to Sanson. Plenty of space behind her to catch that ball, and she makes no mistake. So Panthers move to 4.
A great shot by Liv Sanson as well.
Yeah. She doesn't miss too many, does she?
No.
She's pretty reliable. Oh, and just not enough on it, and Willis read it like a book.
Yeah, she was there, ready to go. It is crucial that your wing D can read it, read your play like that, and and it does make it a lot easier when they get an intercept.
Yeah, and just those unsuspecting ones, isn't it, sometimes? As we see Brunner just pops back in for the Tigers. They move to 8, leading the Panthers 4. It's a Panthers centre pass, so Demanuel. Lloyd hot off the line again in that position. Sanson on a nice drive out of the circle, opens it up for Domovsky, but no one to get it to, so just having to swing it back to the line.
It was a great fight there by GD and GA, but unfortunately Brunner's just stepped over the line, giving Lavington another go.
And Sanson finding some nice space there, just not able to grab that one in, but she's working well into that space. Willis with the ball, goes to McRae up the middle. She looks back to Willis, with a give and go on the long drive, and again back to McRae.
Mastronati's holding Rochelle Hill right under the post. We talked about before the rolling subs, but no team has actually done a bit of a roll yet.
We haven't seen anything yet, have we?
I wonder if usually it's that first quarter that we're leaving it, and then once everyone's a bit warmer, we're going second quarter.
Especially when both these sides, I think, have a few new players in, so it is about giving your players a little bit of time just to settle and find their groove, and also work out what's going to work and how the opposition are matching up. It's not as hot today as it was round 1, so the players are getting a bit of a reprieve. So we see the ball go over the top to Hill. Mastronati coming through.
Brunner likes a bit of a fake, and Taylor Febro is doing her best to make sure that she doesn't get that ball, but she's doing very well. It's on about 3 fakes just out on the baseline.
And a holding call on Fisher on the circle, I think. So Panthers have the opportunity to score. Probably just over a minute left in this quarter. They can make this count. So Sanson opts to go over to Manuel. She's finding top out to Domovsky, trying to create some space in that circle. They swing it side to side, but it opens up Sanson under the post, and she makes a no mistake. So
how many times did she move then, Liv Sanson, in that right under the ring? She was not letting Jones get the ball at all, so very well.
Jones went hunting, but it exposed Sanson, so she made no mistake. Panthers moved to 6, trailing the Tigers 9 here on the 777 automatic scoreboard. We're into the final minute of this quarter. Tigers just being held up now. Rollings finds Brunner up the middle.
So we've got Liv Sanson, who's just done a rolling sub, with Erin Harbourite geing back to GS.
Geez, that's tough, isn't it? You've come on with a minute to go. So Harbourite into the game as Rochelle Hill takes Albury to 10 in the first quarter. Domovsky back to Demanuel. Looks to go to Lloyd in the pocket. She has to chase it, but she's got the speed to do it. And a great little pass to Harbourite, who was holding front there. She offloaded it quickly to Domovsky, and she's offloaded it back to Harbourite. So both players wanting to get in under that post, and maybe that's the message from the coach, that work it in as close as you can, no long shots. As we hear the clock go for quarter time, so we've got Tigers 10 leading the Lavington Panthers 7 here. This is a first quarter action on OMFNL Live. You won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend, we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. price until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball at the Albury Sports Ground. We've got the Tigers leading the Panthers 10-7 at quarter time. It was a pretty tight contest, Maddie. There wasn't many goals being scored early. A couple of late goals has probably blown out a little bit, but it's still pretty low scoring.
Lots of work in that mid-court. That's where we're losing it and we're getting it. But when the shooters are getting it, they are making the most of it and they are getting their goals in, so they've done very well.
So we see Harbright stayed in the shooter position for the Panthers. Sanson out to goal attack. The rest of the court looks the same, while for the Tigers, we've got Willis has gone to wing attack as Rochelle Hill takes a shot for the Tigers. Their first for the quarter, they move to 11. Neve Thorne has come into the goalkeeper position and Sarah Jones, I nearly called her Answer then, has gone to wing defence. So they've shuffled the cards a little bit. As you see, Harbright take a nice ball and then quick offload to Sanson.
Just a little bit close for Katie Rawlings, but it did look very close. I don't know how umpires can call that sometimes. No. They're very clever. So McRae with the ball in the centre.
Second quarter action brought to you by Cavalier Homes as Bronner looks for the quick give and go, pleads with McRae to offload it into that and she'll take the shot. Wait for the jump, and it's a held ball. Yep, she's going to have to be very careful of that. Mastronati, if she's smart, will just time that jump as we see Rochelle with those long arms get a tip to it.
Rochelle Hill did fantastic then. She was watching the ball and she just jumped at the perfect time. It's a skill to be able to do it, so
absolutely.
Well done.
Sanson coming out high, her more familiar position of goal attack. Lloyd finds Harbright in that front position. She's finding nice positioning.
Great hold by Harbright. She's leaving the body or the defender at the right time, so very good.
Rawlings with a super drive down the court. Willis finds Brunner at the top, looks to go to McRae, but it was covered, has to go back to Willis in the pocket. And Rochelle Hill presents front. She puts the ball down and says, Ollie, this is all yours. And she makes no mistake. So Tigers go to 12, leading the Panthers 8 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. It's a Panthers centre pass.
Maddie Lloyd with the quick drive to D'Emanuel. They work so beautifully together. Obviously, the same as getting Jazzy Willis back in. You know where people are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great long bong by Liv Sanson. And Erin Harbright was right under the ring just to get the ball.
And those connections are hard to stop. Oh, and that has somehow cleared the hands of Mastronati and literally fallen into the arms of Rochelle Hill.
A bit of a fluke, but let's take it. It was a great pass.
Not pretty, but effective. Yeah. We'll go with that. Sanson ball on the transverse goes over to Lloyd. Jones again is going to have her work cut out with her staying up with Lloyd.
D'Emanuel gets the ball at the top of the ring and down to Maddie Lloyd. And a pass over to Erin Harbright.
Great chase by Erin to pull that in and just pops out, but
she's got the intercept.
Strong rebound, yeah.
With Neve right there. I think that's really hard to do, but she's timed it perfectly, so well done to Erin.
Tigers centre pass, 13 plays 10. Willis off the line, goes back to McRae. Hill presenting front, trying to protect that front space as a quick give and go is on. The umpire's taking it back. That's frustrating when you're a shooter.
Yep.
And you're in a shooting position, but she manages to get the ball back under the post.
Ferber with a great defensive play there, not getting called for 3, but looking like a bit of a threat.
How have the new rule changes gone, Maddie, as a player? I mean, there's only been a couple of probably significant ones in terms of not letting the player back on. Don't have to wait for the player to come back on. A lot of the others are pretty minor.
Yeah, look, I haven't really noticed not waiting for the player on there, but I also have noticed, so if you're getting the ball and it's not your ball, you're really making sure that you're grabbing onto it and you're only giving it back to the player as soon as you get there. You're not passing it back and letting them wait for you. So I think you have to be tactical with it, because you can lose the ball really quickly, or they can get a goal really quickly from it.
Absolutely, you're not going to chase it and then give it back to them and wander back to the court, are you? As Thorne takes the ball for the Tigers over the back to Rollings. The umpires found a holding calls. And the pass was taken and a held ball, and that was a bit sloppy there by the
confusion, I think.
No, it was well and truly taken. The right call was made there. So Panthers with the opportunity. Richardson to Ferber to DeManuel, just working it down. Sanson out.
So Erin Harbright's got 2 people in the circle, but they're still managing to feed it to her because she's holding that space beautifully. Unfortunately, it just didn't come off, and Rollings was right there to get it.
And on the run, but no one coming at her. She finds Willis at the last moment, who finds Hill just. Little ball to McRae, and again, they're passing into Rochelle Hill is just got to be right in the correct position, otherwise Mastronati's all over it. As Willis on the circle edge gets it to Rochelle Hill. She has to be strong with those hands to pull that in.
I mean, Rochelle Hill's come from the defence end, and then she's come to the shooting.
Yes,
she's doing well. She's doing
it's been a long time since she's shot, I think. Yeah, but no, she's been great.
And I think only it helps with your teammates if they support you. You can do anything.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Well, I think she's got the advantage of having been a defender, so having a little bit of awareness around what it's like to play in that position. As we see Domovsky find Lloyd deep in the pocket. No one coming at her, but the umpires found a contact call on Thorne. So Harbright with the ball right under the post. That looks like a nightmare to take, Maggie.
Oh, yep. I will say I missed a few of them today. It's all about the bend.
She's almost too close as she finally gets it.
Well done, though, to Erin Harbright. She bent at the right time. You need to do it.
It's all in the bend of the knees, isn't it?
Bend and flick, yeah.
Rollings down the line to McRae, but DeManuel with a great tip on the ball. It'll be a Tigers throw-in on the baseline. McRae looks straight at the heel, and Taylor Ferber read that like a book and came through. That's where the fake has to be used. So the contact call on Hill, and Mastronati with the ball for the Panthers to Ferber.
To me, is giving an option as well every time. But unfortunately, Taylor Ferber just had no defender, so she did very well to get that ball.
That's right, and she's on a shorter player, so really any ball that's going to Ferber, if it's up in the air, it should be hers every day of the week. As the ball goes over to Harbright, but a little bit too much pepper on that one. So Tigers with an opportunity. Again, not a lot of goals being scored, a lot of defensive pressure from both teams here, causing some turnovers. Rollings off the body, finds McRae to Willis through the centre. She goes back to McRae with the long run down the sideline. Brunner with a very, very quick double play there.
Oh, we could say another pass, I think.
Pass. Shooters don't like that being recorded.
Right over.
As a miss. 2 passes.
We can see the 2, but well done to the Albury shooters. They did very well.
That's one way to get it over the defenders. Decoy going for the shot is Lloyd. Finds Richardson. She's backing up well. Domovsky's out, so we've had a rolling sub. Domovsky back into the goal attack position for Sanson.
Bounced that 5 times then for Erin Harbright, unfortunately, and just Katie Rollings just snatched that up. So Rochelle Hill's holding at the top, getting Kate Mastronati behind her, leaving the space for Ollie Brunner to run down the base.
And Brunner with those quick hands again. Trying the fake, try to draw the defender, and pops out and out the back, and she's waiting there, but that was a rush shot and a bit too much on that. So Panthers with the opportunity again, Maddie. It's like a game of tennis at the moment.
They're really not going to... Jazzy Willis again reading it.
Well read. Play of the day so far as Willis finds Hill under the post, but she can't sink it. So both ends just at the moment not making the most of every opportunity. Albury moving to 16, leading the Panthers 11 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. We've gone nearly 9 minutes on the NZ Albury clock.
Well, Tamia Richardson really cutting off that play for Jazzy Willis, but unfortunately getting... Oh, no. Demoski just getting called for that, yeah.
McRae again looking to Rochelle Hill. And the space was on, but she just got caught on the player there and couldn't get to it in time. So Ferber,
they are liking both of them, both ends. They're liking the big pass over.
Yes, they are.
They're not going the front space, but that's okay. Like I wonder, the more you get into the game, if that changes.
Yeah, they will need to change that up. As you see, Jamovsky finds Lloyd at the top. Back to Jamamuel at the centre and a footwork call. It's unusual. Don't see many. Who
was that by? I don't even know.
It was Ange, but I'm not sure if it actually maybe was offside because the ball was taken.
Unfortunately, that just went back the other way with Rollings running into Jazzy Willis. Had the same idea.
Fighting over the ball. As we see a change here for the Panthers. The rolling sub being used again. Maddie Irvine, the new player, has come into wing defence for the Panthers, replacing Tamia Richardson. Rollings down the court finds McRae. Brunner at the top of the circle. Looks to play on but held up.
And that's what the beauty about the rolling subs is. You can get somebody in for 5 minutes.
That's right.
They're warm, ready for the next quarter.
Yep, and get a feel for the game. As we see a held ball there on the Tigers. So again, defensive pressure. The Panthers. So Ferber with the quick give and go. And looks long to Demovsky. But it was just a bit loose. I'm not sure.
I think it's just Albury balls, yeah.
Yeah, Demovsky knew it was exactly for her as the two players close together, but McRae goes to Rollings. A great contest between her and Monica Demovsky there in the middle of the court. And that's repossession under the new rules, not replay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, change in the terminology there, so it's a repossession now, but Panthers move it forward. Harbright in a nice front position. Went to play on and Thorne just had hands over and read it. She stepped to the right, the player she wanted was on the left, so probably caught off balance a bit as Willis gets it to McRae for the Tigers. They've got it down fairly quickly, but this is where the challenge is coming from both sides. Brunner decides to take the long shot, has the opportunity to step it up, and it pops out, but Hill is under it. Albury scoring, that's they move to 17, leading the Panthers 11 on the X-Ray Group scoreboard.
A great drive by Ange Emanuel just down Nelly to that pocket, and then a feed in. Demonski.
Sorry, they moved to 18.
Nelly grabbed it, but unfortunately just went out. I think Rollings might have just... Oh, no, she's obstructed.
Yeah, so Demovsky gets one back for the Panthers, so they go to 12. Only 5 goals this quarter. It's been a real battle of the defenders this game today as Willis goes to Brunner. And Ferber, you can see, is letting Ollie Brunner do that work, hide out of the circle and then meeting her as she tries to come back in.
And Maserati's holding her up, holding Rochelle Hill up, so then she can only have that option over.
And there's that turnover, Irvine onto that. They move it quickly to Lloyd, and that's going to be a contact on Rolling. She could not stop as she was coming through.
She puts everything into it, Katie Rollings, which is fantastic.
She is a competitor, there's no doubt about that.
Unfortunately just hit the wrong part of the ring and it's just gone off, and Neve Thorne's just taken the intercept.
Jones with a lovely drive down the court. Nice take, but held up again here. So Willis.
Gabe McRae only gets 5 metres when she does a jump there, doesn't she? It's amazing.
Footwork call there, though that one didn't come off. So Panthers in another opportunity. And an obstruction on Rochelle Hill. So the umpire says take it back, set it up. Mastronati to DeManuel, to Irvine, who's come into the game, finds Lloyd on the run. Finds Stanson. It was the right idea. It was a bit of an ugly pass, but it got there. DeManuel back to Lloyd in the pocket. And she's having to do a lot of work, so they've Rolled Aaron Harbright off, Sanson back into shooter as Domovsky takes the shot for the Panthers. Makes no mistake, beautiful shot to finish off.
Great roll by Domovsky as well. She just wasn't letting anything affect her. She just played her game then. It's fantastic to see.
So Panthers going forward again, or into attack. Lloyd doing the work on the outside, finds Sanson presenting front. She just turns and looks at the shot. That one didn't fall, but that's what I like about Liv. She turns, looks at the post, forces that defender to commit over the ball, and then she can make the choice to play it out if she needs to. It's Panthers that take the baseline throw in. Domovsky into the back space. Great ball movement and agility shown there by Domovsky, and she finishes off for the Panthers. They go to 14. Bit of a late comeback here, trailing the Tigers 18 on the X-Ray Group scoreboard. We're into the final minute of this quarter as Brunner for the Tigers has it at the top.
Maddie Irvine's come in and been a little bit more on body for Juzzy Willis, which has just changed that wing defence and wing attack role.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably a good play. Willis, obviously, a very experienced player, and just knowing how to position her body to create that space as they try and go over Ferber. The jump ball between Willis and Ferber, Justine, you were never in that jump shot.
Oh, I don't know. One day she might get it. Don't lose hope, Juzzy.
That'd be like me going against Taylor Ferber. Anyway, as we see the Panthers moving it down the court, and Tamamian with a pinpoint pass finds Sanson under the post.
Oh, it's a beautiful pass by Ange Emmanuel. She knew exactly where she needed it.
15 plays 18 seconds to go in this quarter. Panthers, can they get a late one? Sanson's out. They swing it. Domovsky with the ball. Oh, and
buzzer beater.
The buzzer beater. So the new rule, if it's left the hands, it can count. It hadn't left her hands. So 15 plays 18 here. It's half time in the game between the Panthers and the Tigers. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Live netball here from the Albury Sports Ground. It's the Tigers hosting the Panthers. We've got a 3 game. The Tigers 18, leading Lavington 15 at halftime. Maddie, it's been an interesting game. It's been tight. I think it's been such a defensive game, and we can see by the scoreboard and the number of goals that have been scored.
Yeah, but they are doing a lot of work, both defences ends, and that mid-court. Like both teams, they're doing so much work. Unfortunately, just teams aren't getting as much scoring opportunities, but they're doing a mountain of work out there.
They absolutely are. As we see the game start, Jones back into the wing defence position, and Thorne is still in keeper. So not many changes there for Albury. For the Panthers, Sanson back into shooter, Domovsky goal attack, and the other end stays the same as does the mid-court. So not too many changes happening in this game, just the odd one here and there.
And I think that 5 minutes, when it's 5 minutes left, that's when people are making the most of those subs, which is great. Yep. We want that change in the game, and it also keeps it going quick.
Yeah, the fresh legs helps, doesn't it?
Yep.
Just in the other games that are happening today, the Raiders 38 leading the Rovers 31. Myrtleford 26 up over Yarra 20, so it's game on down at Myrtleford. And in the other game, Kohler 18 leading North 15.
Great game.
Same score as here, if that's correct. The other game, Wang and Wodonga face off tonight in a night game. So that's still to come as we see the Panthers move to 16 here. Third quarter action brought to you by McRae Motors.
Sarah Jones with her hands up is really doing well.
And she would be hard to see past when she's got her arms up.
Yep.
Those long arms as she Rawlings takes the ball. She finds Willis. Quick release to McRae. Cross court, dangerous pass, but finds Bronner and backs it up to get it back on circle edge. Willis looking for Bronner, and she finally finds some space. Mastronardi just wearing it like a glove. Bronner with the fake finds Hill over the back.
And Rochelle Hill's doing a beautiful job in that shooting position. She's only moving at the last second, not giving the defenders any chance to get that ball.
Yeah, whereas I think early on the piece was maybe too much movement.
Yep.
As we see Bronner just spill the ball, but we'll get another opportunity. Must have been an offside call. Willis looking for an option, finds Hill, but the umpire found an obstruction with the shot for the Tigers, and she makes no mistakes. So she's found her form a bit here. 20 goals, leads 16 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. Bit of a shout out to Phil. He's a huge supporter of OMFNL Live Netball, and not sure if he's tuning in today, but this might be at dance practice. He's lining up for Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, very exciting.
So he's either dancing or else he's watching his daughters play netball somewhere. As we see Jones with the ball on the sideline.
So Irvine just getting the call on Willis, and then the great feed into Rochelle Hill on the baseline. So So Aubrey's ball straight to Juzzy Willis as she pops off the line and cross court to Ollie Brunner.
Oh, and Irvine coming through with a great contest. Gets the ball back for the Panthers. Lloyd pleading for it as she comes up the middle. I don't think Febra saw her initially, and have to reset to the line. A contact call on Jones. So Lloyd will get the chance to work it to circle edge. Finds Demamuel. Domovsky out.
Sanson moving at the front of the play and then just dragging the defenders out.
Yeah, she's keeping Thorne busy and away from that post, which is giving Domovsky a one-on-one. She used her body much better there to create some front space and finishes it off beautifully for the Panthers. So they move to 17, staying in touch here. The Tigers 21, it's a Panthers centre pass. Lloyd again, quick off that line, and somehow has the ball again on the circle edge and a lovely little bounce pass into that space in front of Sanson. Can't finish it off, which was a shame.
Liv did position her body there beautifully to be able to make sure that Neve Thorne was on the other side of the ball, and then Domovsky was able to grab that. Intercept was very close though. Just those two hands, it's so important.
I know. So McRae for the Tigers, holding on to a 3-goal lead here at the moment. Rollings, and she winds up with that arm. That ball can go anywhere, I can tell you. So McRae with the ball finds Willis on circle edge. Little passes going the front and centre here, but Ollie Brunner ends up with it under the post, falls short. She gets a tip out, and Willis on circle edge does the mopping up. So it's just anyone's ball at the moment, man. It's a really good contest.
Yeah, it is. Every ball, both teams are fighting for it. There's no loose balls. It's quick and it's fast.
And there we see another one, just a tip to it, creates the opportunity for Tigers to go forward. So Alison McRae, really obvious here as Hill presents front, but again, not looking at the post. And that's not getting Mastronati off her body. Turn, look, and then maybe look for the refeed.
And Mastronati and Febra work really well together.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they're moving and they're talking. It's not loud, but you know that they're moving and talking so much because they quickly switch from player to player.
So Tigers in a pass, just extended it again here. Panthers got back to within 3. Rochelle Hill, it bounced and bounced, but popped out. So Panthers on the baseline through Mastronati.
Very close for Rochelle Hill nearly not to get that. Maddie Irvine did very well to hold her position and hold her space.
She's a new player to the club, come from Leeton Witten, I believe, from the Crows.
Yeah, but it's doing uni.
It's nice to be able to pick up these uni students.
Yep. It's nice to just bring different blood into the team.
Fresh faces, yeah, absolutely, and they're probably good for the bar numbers and the social events, aren't they?
Yeah, that was a great passage of play by Aubrey. They were able to get the ball down to their shooters in about 3 passes.
And Hill finishes off with a lovely shot. So Tigers move to 24, leading the Panthers here 18 on the 777 automotive scoreboard. They got back to Panthers, but it's just blown out again here. So the hard work has to start again, and I cannot go over Neve Thorne's arms. She's way too tall for that as Rollings drives it, finds Brunner, circle edge, and Rochelle Hill caught a bit unawares there, but the refeed finds Brunner under the post, and Febra waiting to jump and get over that ball, but just went a fraction early.
Great hands by Mastronati, unfortunately getting called for the 3 feet as well. So you got 2 players out.
Oh, and she
just popped out, unfortunately.
That's
Taylor
a coach killer.
Yeah. Taylor Ferber positioned her body beautifully. Oh, Ollie Brunner wasn't letting that get away with them getting away with that.
She's fast, Brunner. As a junior with the Tigers, she was in the mid-quarter, so great to see her move into that goaling position, but she's got the speed, I guess, in that goal attack position to do some damage, as we see Lloyd resetting to the line, gets the ball back, and Sanson in a great front position.
So we've got Jessie Lappin, who's just joined the court on GD. Taylor Ferber's gone off, so that is her A-grade debut.
Yeah, congratulations. And I think Jessie may have actually played here.
Yeah, she did a few years ago.
Yeah, in her first year or so. So she's gone across. And Sanson with a beautiful shot finishing off, taking them to 19, trailing the Tigers 24 here. We're about halfway through the first quarter.
And Jessie Lappin's doing well to talk in that circle. I think that's so important as a defensive player.
She's rolled into GD and Ferber's then rolled back into keeper. Made a couple of quick changes there. And I wondered how long it would take for Ferber to take up Rochelle Hill. As we see Jamovsky with a penalty pass or shot inside the circle. She's looking to find Sanson. And Rolling's just getting called for holding there. Sanson pops back out and Rollings is in front, but Neve Thorne was actually the one who rebounded that. And Albury with a very quick transition again.
And Lavington's making most of these changes at the moment. And Kate Mastronardi, who's come in the attacking end in the GS position.
Yes, and can she do the damage she did the other week? She was great to watch and tutor. So we see Ferber finds to Manuel. Lloyd streaming down the court, but they didn't see her.
Well, unfortunately, Jessie's just come off the back of that. Ollie Brunner's got that front position and made sure that was her ball.
So they, I did assist Phil for a year here in 17s, and those two girls were part of that team. I think Jessie Lappin may have been a training partner actually, as we see Mastronardi finishing off there for the Panthers. They moved to 20, trailing 24, but it's a Panthers centre pass. So staging a bit of a comeback here, trying to narrow the margin. It'll be game on if they can go into three-quarter time.
And Mastronardi doing a nice little twirl there. Oh, Rollings, unfortunately, just dropped it after a lot of hard work.
Doing her best to balance, but couldn't maintain it. So Manuel. And the space opens up beautifully for Mastronardi. And she'll get another attempt on the other side of it. So just so strong in the air. Thorne to Rollings to Willis.
See, they must have been doing a lot of work with getting that ball down really quickly, and a great shoulder pass by both Katie Rollings and Neve Thorne.
Yeah, and Katie Rollings does move it out of, she's always been explosive out of defence. It's something that's very hard to match up on if you're a goal attack. You know, you've got your work cut out for you as a defender as well as an attacker. But yes, they've certainly got some great connection through that mid-court as Rochelle Hill just pulls it in under the post. Gets another opportunity.
She's got great two hands there, Rochelle Hill, every time she's trying to get for that rebound.
And it's really hard if you're opposing defender and the ball's coming down that quick, time after time after time. You start to be wanting your mid-quarters to apply a bit of pressure just to give the defenders half a chance, as we see Lloyd with the penalty at the top of the circle. Just gone out to 6 goals, sorry.
I was going to say Sarah Anstey as well, but Sarah Jones and Maddie Lloyd look like they're having a great match up there.
Yench, there you go, I've done it. Rollins in the front position, but not able to hold it, and Jamovsky finds Mastronardi out the back, and she makes no mistake. I did pick Katie Rollings as my smoky for the Tony Wilson, and I wondered how many people went Kate who?
Yes.
I should have written Kate Yench. They might have known who I was talking about as Brunner.
Oh, with the fake again, Ollie Brunner. She does it very well. Oh, we've got Lily Howe who's come on.
Yeah, so Lily Howe has rolled into that goal shooter position for the Tigers. So a change there. Great to see her back. She just went from strength to strength last year in A grade, coming up from B the previous year and out of the 17s before that. So it was really sad for them that she was moving away to uni, because she'd really started to establish herself. But great that they can utilise her while she's home on uni holidays, particularly with the loss of Sky. As we see Jamovsky find Emmanuel, quick refeed.
We've got the quick two defenders on Maserati, while Monica Jamovsky's having to do a lot of the work in front of the play, so they're pulling out Kate Mastronardi.
And I love that Maserati is obviously her nickname.
A few years ago, you might hear a bit of a room when we talk about it, like a bit of a Mazda ad.
It's got to be one of the best nicknames in netball. Maserati, as we see. The Tigers.
Maybe that's when we didn't know how to say her last name, but
it may have been.
Say that.
Yeah. As we see, Lily Howe opens up in that back space. Can't.
But it was.
And Lappin coming through, contesting that really well.
Oh, well done, Jazzy Willis holding strong. Unfortunately falling down, but was able to get Jessie Lappin out of the circle now.
and Bronner takes a shot, misses, and Howe also misses. So these two were teammates in under 17s, taking different paths, but they're back here again today. So 27 plays 21. We've probably got about 2 minutes to go on the NZ Albury time clock in this quarter. Can the Panthers just put away a couple of quick ones to narrow the margin going into the last quarter? And we see Mastronardi take the shot, just a little bit too much on it. So Tigers have the opportunity again. Thorne to Rawlings, a quick one off to Jones, and again they're on that transverse very quickly. And Howe with a great strong take there in that back space.
So we've got about a minute left on the NZ Albury time clock. So we'll see if it gets a little bit closer than 6 goals or it's gone out a little bit, but that's okay. Third quarter, premiership quarter, we'll say.
Yeah, well, it can be, can't it? As we see DeManuel carries the ball, finds Lloyd, and a holding call on Thorne. So Domovsky will take it, I think, with the aim of giving it off there. And a
great block by Kate Maserati, and then getting the defence offside as well. Unfortunately, he's just popping not in.
No, falling short. So just a couple of missed opportunities late here that's going to hurt going into three-quarter time. And DeManuel made a good contest of that. That was probably unlucky. She looked like she might have been in that front position there as Ollie Brunner finds Howe. She doesn't even look at the post. She needs to look at the post. Get Ferber off the body as Brunner comes through, and you cannot get it past those long arms of Taylor Ferber.
Yep.
She might be tall, but she's great at the low ones as well, isn't she?
Yep.
And a nice passage of play, and Mastronardi just off balance.
Unfortunately, she positioned herself beautifully. Just took the shot when she probably could have stopped for a second, but that's all right. Sometimes we get into the moment.
So Rawlings just settles it, and there's the buzzer for three-quarter time. We've got 27 plays 21 here at the Albury Sports Ground at three-quarter time. This is Ovens and Murray Netball on OMFNL Live. You won't.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. .0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. Veers until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Live netball coming to you from the Albury Sports Ground. We've got the Albury Tigers 27 leading the Lavington Panthers 21 with a quarter to go. Albury with some changes. Justin Willis is right into the centre. Heidi Fisher back to wing attack. Rochelle Hill back into that goal shooting position. Defence looks the same.
The lineup for Albury, look how tall it is.
It is very tall, isn't it? As we see Febra back into the goalkeeper position for...
Oh, Maddie Irvine in GD.
Yes, Irvine. I was just looking who's in goal defence.
Yeah.
It's Maddie Irvine.
Well done.
For the Panthers. Sanson to goal attack and Mastronati still in that goal shooting position. And, Timmy Richardson back into wing defence. So, a few changes, some fresh legs for both sides. What will this quarter bring? And Sanson finds Mastronati over the back with a great pass. She makes no mistake. So she puts Lavington on the scoreboard first this quarter. Quarter 4, action brought to you by Martins Albury. Panthers with the ball again. And Mastronati.
Making quick work of that Lavington, getting the ball down very quickly to the defence, to the attacking end.
And that might have been the instruction to try and score a couple of quick ones here as we see Albury just being held up.
Oh, Maddie Lloyd-Nelly getting that intercept there.
So just in some other games, Raiders 51 leading the Rovers 42. Look like they've probably got that sewn up. In the other game, Myrtleford 42 leading the Yarrawonga Pigeons 35. And a big shout out to Bert Tate, who suffered a heart attack at the start of the week, who in Melbourne, I believe, but on the road to recovery and looking forward to getting back to Yarrawonga. We're live streaming from Yarrawonga next week, and hopefully he's on the sideline supporting the girls as he does so well. And the final game that's going on at the moment, Corowa 31 leading the North Albury Hoppers 26. With a game to come tonight between Wodonga and Wang. So again, some pretty tight margins in these games, which is great to see as we see Panthers through to Manuel. But I think it was offside.
Just by Ange Manuel, unfortunately, a bit of offside. So Neve Thorne just quickly to Katie Rawlings and Juzzy Willis, cross court, and then a great feed right from the Lloyd-Nelly transverse line to Ollie Brunner. And then a quick goal by Rochelle Hill. So quick pass, Ange Manuel to Maddie Lloyd, and then Liv Sansons quickly got Nelly taken out by Katie Rawlings. She's quick to get the ball, but then leaves the attacking end with just one defensive player.
Quick little pass by Mastronati, finds Sanson, and she puts another one on the board. So 28 plays 25.
It's really funny seeing Heidi Fisher in that attacking end. She's doing well.
It is. As Maddie Hines, you can pick up a stat here.
Yep. Lovely
possession it was too. So Willis with the ball for the Tigers. Goes to Fisher. Fisher to Hill, and she's just able to pull it in, but a contact call found, and Brunner will take the shot. She opts to go to Rochelle Hill, who's right under that net.
Oh, that little close one. It's not my favourite as a shooter.
They look awful.
Yeah.
Hill again.
Positioned herself beautifully there, Irvine, and was able to support Febra as well.
So just looking to try and get a bit of connection here, Lavington. They've had a few changes, so their transition down the court. It's just
Emmanuel was able to back Maddie Lloyd up there, even though she didn't get it. So
and
well
just
done.
Getting a lot of the ball here. And again, they find Mastronardi in that back space. So a bit of a mismatch there. You can just see whether Albury stick with that as Rollings flicks the ball out. Willis chases it. Back to Rollings. She finds Jones coming up the middle. I feel like the pace has really gone out of this game this quarter, whether that's the defensive pressure of each team or players. And Brunner, again, ball pops out. Richardson goes back to Furbright. The Albury defence just really holding them up here. Hands over everything, as you said, quite tall out there at the moment. So that Lloyd off the circle, replays it to try and get circle edge, but doesn't receive it. D'Emanuel eventually finds Sanson.
Mastronardi's holding beautifully, and Neve Thorne is also holding her body exactly where probably Kate wants her to be at the moment.
Yes, she's just sort of getting stuck on behind her there. So 26 plays a 28.
So Gabe McRae's just coming into that wing defence position really quickly. Oh, and a beautiful feed from Maddie Lloyd, nearly at the transverse line. Made quick work of that in Lavington, so they did really well.
And we see Lily Howe standing here on the interchange. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a rolling sub here in a second as Rochelle Hill takes a shot, can't sink it. So I reckon we'll see a change here. I'm not sure if it's 26 or 27. I think it's 26. But ball out, so Albury Tigers with another opportunity. This is getting very tight, this game.
Lavington's made quick work of this. We're 5 minutes in the NZ Albury clock, and they've just been doing a power of work.
Yeah, they've really held up.
Also got Lily Howe in GA.
Yeah, so Lily Howe's coming to GA. And a great ball by Willis finds her over the back. And she makes no mistake. So the Tigers go to 29. And Lavington at centre pass to Manuel to Lloyd.
Well, Maddie's looking into the... and D'Emanuel's looking for Maddie Lloyd in the pocket, and she's doing a beautiful feed there. And Liv Sanson just popped out really quickly, and beautiful shot from long range. Liv Sanson, definitely one of her specialties. So Juzzy Willis in the centre, passing a quick pass to a give and go to Lily Howe. Kate Rollings giving another option for their attackers.
And Willis finding Howe coming forward, and she makes no mistake. Have to get a score check here with 7, but the scoreboard here at the Tigers hasn't moved in a little while. The scorer might have gone to sleep on the benches. Mastronardi takes the ball for the Panthers. She makes no mistake. So Lavington.
Kate Mastronardi's getting the ball exactly where she wants it. She wants it at like nearly a foot out, and she's doing really well to make sure she gets the ball there.
Yep, so it's 30 plays at 28. Looks like the scoreboard's updated now. And he just can't hold it. And Irvine with a great pick up there. So looking to run it down quick. Can't find Lloyd. Opts to go cross court, and that defensive pressure just forces the ball over. Rollings is saying, get on with it, pass me the ball. Experience there coming from Kate. Willis finds Fisher. To balance up and look in. They need to look in here as Willis again takes the ball. Just lost a bit of explosiveness in this Albury attacking end.
So Taylor Fairberger called for the... what do you even call it? Obstruction.
You can call it whatever you want. We know what you mean. She's too close.
Yeah. But was able to get that intercept from Lily Howe.
Yeah, Howe with the contact on the rebound. So Irvine back to Richardson. Couple of newies in play here for Lavington. Sanson out.
Pass.
Sanson finds D'Emanuel in the pocket, and she finds Mastronardi. So creating some great space there. Jones has come back in on to Mastronardi. They've changed that, the Tigers.
And Mastronardi's holding two hands every time, so the defender's only getting one hand, so every time she's seeming to get the ball, holding strong.
So we've got a ball game at 30, plays 29, and it's a Panthers centre. Lloyd to Sanson, to D'Emanuel. Oh, back to Lloyd, but Jones read it like a book and went hunting, and it was the height mismatch allowed her to take that pretty cleanly. So McRae back to Rawlings, through to Howe in the middle. She's got no one there. Forward, and Fisher has the ball, and a great release there, finds Howe quickly on the baseline, and they need to give that ball off when it's open. There's not much time left.
They may do with that quickly. They weren't messing around. When they got the ball, they quickly fed it into that circle.
That started with Rawlings, didn't it? She was saying, let's go, get a move on here. As Tigers again, they've 2-goal lead here. We've gone 8.5 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. And look for Hill. It's not within her striking range. She has to go for the reset. Willis, she'll work the ball around. She won't throw too many ways. Fisher finds Howe in front. Back to Howe. Probably not within striking distance. She looks for the refeed too. And they go to Hill under the post, and Forever making a great contest of that.
Maddie Irvine is really holding a bit of a threat, and she's positioning her body beautifully.
And she's probably just short enough that Howe's having to work out where she is. Sometimes I think the tall players find the shorties really difficult, but that's got to be an intercept of the day with Taylor Ferber. Taking that for the Panthers under the post, and Fisher with some great deflection there on the jump. But
Taylor Ferber wasn't letting that get away from her, was she?
No, picked up the scraps there well. So Panthers moving it forward now with a bit more authority, but unfortunately not on that occasion. Just for a bit more space this quarter when they're attacking. So Jones will take the ball for the Tigers. We've gone 9.5 minutes here. The X-Ray Group scoreboard has 31 goals to Albury, 29 to Panthers. Fisher with the ball. Opts to go sideways to McRae. McRae saying get down the court. Willis finds Hill. Back to Willis. Just drawing the contact there.
A great contest by D'Emanuel and Willis.
Smart little pass front from Hill, finds Howe under the post, and she has been a godsend for them this quarter. They move to 32, leading the Panthers 29. Sanson strong off the line, back to D'Emanuel. She's got no one until Sanson comes at her.
Jones is going hunting there, which is fantastic, positioning her body in the right spot.
Yeah, she's just put a little bit of doubt now into that feed to Mastronardi, where they were getting that in fairly earlier, and the umpire has found a holding call off the circle. So Fisher for the Tigers. Rochelle Hill saying just give me the ball, and Taylor Ferber having none of that. Great intercept again. So Panthers with another opportunity, and Maddie Irvine just overran that. But the umpire has found something in the middle of the court.
Oh, didn't even...
On the other side, away from the ball. So off the ball, there must have been a contact or of some description. So
Sanson nearly got the hands over that ball then.
Yeah, Fisher finds Willis out the back. She goes low to Hill. I'd like to see Rochelle Hill step in there and have a shot. She eventually gets it under the post and finishes off for the Tigers. So Albury moved to 33, leading the Panthers 29. The X-Ray Group scoreboard, they've just blown it out again after Panthers got back to within 1 or 2. Looked like it was going to be game on. Just settled here, and I think Lily Howe can take some credit for that.
She's looking really calm and everything when she's getting the ball. It's her ball, it's her play, so she's doing very well. Lily Howe.
And that's just one of the features, you know, she's only a young player, but even last year her demeanour never changes and she never looks too rattled. She's outstanding. As we see Panthers with an opportunity, Sanson feeding Mastronardi, shooter to shooter, under the post, and that fell short. Rawlings was under, but I think it was an obstruction. So Sanson
somehow got the ball. I'm unsure how it happened.
Sanson. And the umpire has found a break. So Panthers' opportunity. It's 34 plays 30. We've probably got about 3 minutes to play in this game as Sanson over the back. And a push off there from Mastronardi, just trying to find that backspace. She probably went a fraction early on that, forcing the error. So McRae will settle and find Willis. She finds Hill out of the circle, has to go back to the line.
Oh, very close.
Hill sitting out there very high as the third feeder, and now pleading with it in the backspace as she re-enters. So they've gone 2-on-1 on Lily Howe, and it's left Rochelle a little bit exposed there, and she finishes off for the Tigers. 5-goal lead now to the Tigers on the X-Ray Group scoreboard, and we've got probably 2 minutes to play. 2.5 Trinati under the post, just falls out, and Rawlings is all over it. So a couple of late misses is disappointing because Kate's had a great game.
And Maddie Lloyd has just taken nearly an intercept. They're just taking it back for that play. And then they go to quick feed just to Ollie Bronner. She's back on, do a quick sub. Probably a bit of a better matchup for Maddie Irvine as well.
Yeah, yep. And we see Willis find Hill out the back. She can't make amends. So Phil was all over that, and the Panthers get an opportunity to go forward again. Tamia Richardson on the line. Lloyd coming at her, and just wrong-footed. So footwork call there. Yep, 35 plays 30. McRae swings it to Rowling. She finds Fisher. Pace has just gone out of it and run it back into it. And those fast feet and that fast hands of Runner making it difficult. Hill with the rebound. Tries to get it to a player on the circle edge and can't. So the Panthers all over it. And we see D'Emanuel looks to go to Irvine, but Lloyd is there to mop up.
Well done.
And she just eyeballs Mastronardi and says it's coming your way. And that is the siren. So it is the Albury Tigers with a 5-goal win over the Lavington Panthers. I'm not sure if that last goal counted. We've got 35 plays 30. And we'll just get our player of the day. So a very defensive game. That one there, it was tight early on, and it was just a game where each team series were able to break it open and score quickly, and then for much of it, it was just really clogged up by the defensive work of both teams. And probably both teams are very familiar with each other too. So a great contest there. So Maddie Hines just gone to get our player of the day, and that is Kate Rawlings. Put that on there, Kate.
Welcome, Katie Rawlings.
Turn you on, and you should be good to go. Congratulations, Kato. Welcome back. A good win today. Must be nice to be back on the court playing.
It is. It's lovely. It's really been a bit of a long time coming. But yeah, really enjoying it this season. Great bunch of girls. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
To be out there again.
Well, you're playing well, and obviously you've got some connection with some players, but today I noticed a connection between Justine and Gabe. So there's a few girls who've got the band back together, and I guess it's just going to be a matter of time for you all to find that connection going forward.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. We sort of know, there's a few of us here that have played together over the last few years, and yeah, it's still early days. Obviously, we've had a couple of tough rounds, first three. So yeah, I feel like definitely today, I felt like things are starting to slowly just come together.
And devastating to lose Sky. Obviously not sure what's going to happen there, but how exciting to have Lily Howard upcoming today. She's obviously home for uni, I'm imagining, and that's why you've made the most of that.
Yeah, Sky, I spoke to her obviously when trials were rolling around, and she was obviously moving away from uni, but yeah, there was always a bit of behind the scenes that if she was able to come back and play a few games for us, she would, and she'd be great today.
Yeah, and especially after what happened last week. Well, congratulations. Big win. Made all the more exciting with the fact you've got the McCowan girls who are away with basketball commitments at the moment, nationals, but they'll come back into the side in the next couple of weeks as well. So just gives you a little bit more depth and a little bit more pace, some extra height. I think Kajana McCowan has been going outstanding at nationals, top scorer on the last 2 days in her games there. So nice to know you've also got those guys in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they are a lot of extra power to our team, and we'll be grateful to get them back in a couple of weeks.
Well, well done, Kate. Awesome game today. A great win by you guys. You're on the board, and I can see a little girl over there who's probably waiting to see her mum. Lucky you. No worries. Thanks, Kate. Well, there we have it. The Albury Tigers getting the job done, 35-30 over the Lavington Panthers today. So they're on the board with their first win for the season. Panthers with a win still to come. I'm not sure who they have next week. Who you've got next week, Maddie. It's Myrtleford, so it's going to be a tough game there as well. But I'm sure it's a fairly new side, so they'll be working on some stuff. It's been Ovens and Murray Live today. Netball coming to you from the Albury Sports Ground. Next week we are hosting the Yarrawonga Pigeons, and still a game to come tonight. If you're wanting to get all your netball wrap up, there's a new Ovens and Murray Live podcast that's dropping during the week. Liv Laspina and Minna Lamb are behind that. Get on board that wherever you get your podcast from and listen
Extra
to the girls.
netball.
Yep, absolutely promoting our league, and they're talking all things netball week to week, which is really exciting. Mads, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Sure we'll see you again. I hope so.
Yeah.
It's been great. This has been O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community. 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.